Oh, yeah.
Hello and welcome to 709 Meridian. My name's Andrew.
And this is D.
And this season we are doing duologies back to front, which is pretty exclusively going to be shit then good. And so this next two are going to be, so tonight we're going to be doing Mannequin 2 on the Move, or as it's also called, Mannequin on the Move.
I recall back in the day, I don't know why, but I always thought that one of the titles was like, Teen Wolf 2 with the TOO.
But it's
for some
not?
reason. I don't think so. It's actually Mannequin 2. Or I think the movie is called Mannequin on the Move.
Yeah. But
on posters.
The posters, it is definitely Mannequin
TWO.
2, TWO. Though Rotten Tomatoes has the new art, the revised art from streaming editions, and it just has the number 2. But yes, so we'll be talking about that in a second.
Posted on, the the billboard for the good old Lincolnwood Theater. Mannequin ooh. Mannequin ooh on the move.
Okay, you ready for this?
I think so.
All right, nothing's gonna stop us now. Starting in 3, 2, 1, play.
All right, MGM.
Okay, so it was, I don't think it was MGM in the theater. It would have been Fox. It would have been Fox. Gladden was Fox. Okay, so sticking with the theme so far, I saw this in the theater. 100%.
This theme music.
Oh, yeah.
This is used for Fox's Peter Pan and the Pirates.
Okay, so we'll just talk about this real quick. This movie stars Christy Swanson. Christy Swanson is a piece of shit, terrible human being. She's not that bad of an actress, actually. But she sucks. She's an amazing
actress, but
she's better than she should be, right? But there's this no longer amusing anecdote where before she was in higher learning, John Singleton met her and was like, who is this terrible fucking white girl? And I thought that by the end of the movie, she was no longer a terrible white girl. Wrong. So that's the last.
He just learns she's a terrible white girl at the end of the movie.
Right.
So we're going to separate the art from the artist with her.
And then William Ragsdale, I don't know if he's a piece of shit.
The man who would be king.
But he was just in
Bright Night, and
recently he was in Justified, that TV show. He's good show. Wow. Yeah. Okay. So
he was also Herman's Head at the time, I guess.
Herman's Head. I don't know. We should have checked the timeline on that. Was Herman's Head 91?
It was very early 90s. Because it was on around that weird, when Fox was trying to land another good sitcom.
A sitcom.
Herman's Head was one of the survivors.
It was after this. Herman's Head was after this because this is from the early 90s before we had sort of the mullet, the stylized mullet, like Superman had, right? William Ragsdale had that in Herman's Head.
Yeah, that was around 93, 94.
Yeah, so it was a bit. Okay, so the first movie opens with like a minute and 20-second prologue set in ancient Egypt.
It gets right to the business.
Yeah, for some reason they thought they needed to tack on, we're at 3 minutes now.
Because these two were just destined to be together.
Yes, this will be a subplot in the movie.
Oh no. Terry Kiser.
Yep, Terry Kiser. Terry Kiser, who did Weekend at Bernie's for Gladden Entertainment. I don't know if they did the second one. They might have been out of business by then.
Very dependable character actor, Terry Kiser. Known mostly for, TV performances.
Yes.
Especially a very eerie episode of Three's Company, where Jack tricks him into thinking that he killed Jack or something. And
okay, here's the device. It looks like he's wearing oven mitts.
It's a bad wig he has too.
Yep. Okay, so she's now turned to wood because of the necklace. Can't even 5 minutes. So at least the regular runtime will only be 90 then, because the first one's like 89, 90. So the first movie was a huge cable hit, like pay cable hit. Maybe
cable
HBO.
Or video.
Yeah, and video.
HBO, of course, played it a lot.
And I think, and I tried tracking this down today, but I could not find it. When Entertainment Weekly reviewed the video release of this, they paired it with Die Hard 2, talking about how they were both video hits. I think, maybe, but I couldn't find it. In the theatrical review, they pair it with Scanners 2.
Wow. Boy.
Yeah, you need to be paying attention to this.
She just has this whole drawn out origin unnecessarily. And wait, who's this? Uh-oh. Hey, he looks just like
Terry Kiser.
Terry Kiser. Wait, what?
There's going to be a lot of Harry Mole-based humor in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, just lots of it.
Let's just start trying to get those checks from Mike Myers. One of those stupid Austin Powers movies. They totally ripped this shit off.
Okay, so now we're in Philadelphia, setting of the first movie.
And what?
Oh,
finally, do we have a title sequence?
Not yet. I bet we're at 6:50-ish. I bet we're not going to have titles coming up until 7:30.
Oh my God.
Because we need to kick off some music, I believe.
Oh. If it's I'm Walking on Sunshine, I'm shutting this shit off now.
I'm Walking on Sunshine. The first movie has a pretty good soundtrack, like classic music soundtrack. But this one, not gonna. So now we're introducing the mom. So this is the queen from the past as well. So there are lots of analogs between the two, which was not a thing. All right.
Oh, his mother is a
matchmaker. Yes.
Matchmaker.
This is funny. You got to marry well. Meanwhile, he lives with his mom. Okay. So this is very home video logos. Like,
this is what I'm talking about. I always wondered, did they intend for this to like be a TV movie? Until somebody just, dished out that $12.50 and decided to
is a trivia note that supposedly a version of this aired in Europe somewhere recently or within the last 10 years. And it was 4:3. So they think that it actually was shot for that. But there's a lot of stories about I don't know, it did shoot on location though. So that would have been a big deal. But there's a lot of stories about Gladden Entertainment. If you want to know about them, Google Ken Levine Mannequin, and his blog post is about the business of it. I actually asked him to talk about what his rewrite was like, but he didn't mention that. Okay, so yes, this also is introducing the department store, which has, I think, Christy Swanson's mannequin's already in the window in the background. But now we learn that he's not a entirely good guy. He's a bad guy who's going to block the fire hydrant with his advertising his mom.
Naughty, naughty.
I think this is another
Payless shoes back there.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, she is already there. Yeah, but it's just a picture. So I think that cutout is actually of Christy Swanson in the pose, not the actual dummy.
You can tell the difference. Wah.
Stuart Raphael, the director of Ice Pirates.
Yes, Stuart Ice Pirates. Hey, whoa.
Okay, here's the trivia that I just discovered. This guy, I think his name is Andrew Hill Newman. He was Matthew Perry's writing partner until mid 2010s. He was in the first one at the end. On both Wikipedia and IMDb, they mention that he's in this movie, and he was in the first one, but he's apparently playing a different character. He's got the same first name. They never established the last name because he's only in one scene at the other one. But I'm like, he's obviously the same character. Why the hell wouldn't he be the same character?
Yeah, why wouldn't he be?
Right? Like he was a security guard in that one. He's a security guard in this one. He just changed.
In the other one, he was like a custodian, I think.
Oh, yeah, he was a custodian. But I mean, yeah.
But either way, he could have just worked his way.
Right.
Oh, wow. Stuart Pankin.
Oh, yeah. You didn't know this?
I forgot this.
Oh, man. Stuart
This is
Pankin.
such a TV movie, dude.
This is what movies were like in 91. You could just go see this. They made movies still for, oh shit, the budget's probably online. How much do we think this? I don't know, 10 million with advertising, right? Like,
this is so budget. Like,
I mean, they're on location. They're at a closed set.
Yeah, but nobody's begging to go film in Philly are they at?
Yeah. Actually, I think the department
Unless it's a Rocky movie, right?
Right. The department store interiors, I think, are actually in a different town.
And before I forget, William Ragsdale was always my number one choice to be Peter Parker back in the day.
Yeah.
Just look at him.
So in the first, what the hell? Are we just going to talk about what? The jerk in the first one was at the rival store. Well, yeah, he was
they were jerks at the other store too.
But this doesn't have a rivalry. It's going to have Arnold Schwarzenegger jokes. Really, really bad ones.
Well, they couldn't even get G.W. Bailey back for this.
It's kind of incredible. I mean, there are some really obvious people they should have gotten back, like Estelle Getty. They should have gotten
Getty
back.
Could have.
Right? They needed to.
Come on. But we got.
You do get Meshach Taylor.
Hollywood Taylor. That's important. Making Mannequin 2 basically on par with Short Circuit 2. Poor Meshach Taylor. And for the rest of his career, he was confused with Arsenio Hall. Seriously, on old IMDb boards, they would be like, Arsenio Hall was great in Mannequin, and everybody would have to like check the commenter. No, dude, it was Meshach Taylor. Oh, there's a whole presentation, right? He's putting together.
Yes, there's going to be a show at the end. Albert was the name of Hollywood's boyfriend in the first movie. I mean, like, there really wasn't anybody who watched the first movie before this one. Like,
people watched it.
No, I mean, like, who was making this movie? Like,
yeah, they watched it, but never paid attention to any like details. You know what I mean? Because it could have just been easy just to make the same movie again.
It would have been better to make the same movie again.
That's what I'm saying. In this case, yeah. As opposed to something like Teen Wolf 2.
Right. So.
But it would have worked a little better just to go ahead and say, all right.
You got a different person.
Another mannequin.
Right. You got a different store.
Yeah, right. Something.
You could just pretty easily do it. Yeah.
Because why vaguely mention the first one if it, you know, if it does exist, if it did happen, you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, the other thing is you're making a sequel to a romantic comedy, basically. Sure, it's a sci-fi based one, right? Or whatever, fantasy. But it's like, if people were watching it, they probably liked it for the actors and not just Meshach Taylor, right? Like, they maybe should have gotten back the leads, because it's just like, what do you think? Like, they never made they didn't not have Steve Guttenberg back in as many police academies as they could get him for, right? Like, but that's like a very sci-fi thing of that era to do, is you do a sequel that's unrelated to the first one.
Right, just a name only.
Right. Or horror, the slasher movies. They did that with a bunch of them. So. Is Ice Pirates funny? I don't think Ice Pirates is funny, right? Like,
oh, dude, Ice Pirates is the shit. Robert Urich in.
All right. There's an accident that they need to not intercept. They need to try to resolve, much like Spider-Man Far From Home or No Way Home. I think it might even take place on a bridge. No spoilers.
They have to intercept the Chancellor.
Yeah. There we go. The license plate Bad Girl 2 refers to the first movie, where Hollywood's license plate was Bad Girl.
Bad Girl, yeah.
So that is a lot of continuity. However, that pink Cadillac is from Mac and Me, also directed by Stuart Raphael. That was on the IMDb trivia page.
Yikes.
William Ragsdale, well, no, because was... Okay, here we go.
I mean, up till this point, he's Fright Night guy.
Yeah. So, but that would put him ahead of Christy Swanson, who was just
Well, she was tons of TV,
Yeah, and Deadly
and
Friend, but like
Deadly
none of
Friend
those were
was the
popular
it.
enough to get her a sequel. Not like
Yeah.
William Ragsdale. Um, we're not paying attention to the three idiots who are all bodybuilding
Ugh.
Austrians: Arnold, Egon, and I don't know. We'll have to find out. But here we go. He's diving underwater to save the dummy. And
Well, at least the water is murky as hell.
right, it's not a swimming pool.
Uh, uh.
Magic necklace. But she's already turned back and he doesn't know. But she hadn't
So,
in the shot. Because
so the hair's rooted. It's not a wig, huh? And how come she didn't float?
if the necklace moved and made her human, she would have been susceptible to gravity or to whatever.
Thinking,
Yeah.
oh, look, I didn't even notice Hollywood's glasses are scissors.
Mm-hmm.
God. Poor Meshach Taylor. Other than this, he was what, the dude on Designing Women?
Yeah.
I keep wanting to say Golden Girls for some stupid
No,
reason.
it was Designing Women.
It was Designing Women.
That's actually surprisingly good. Special. Oh
Yeah,
no,
the
because it's just
transfer.
her. No, it's just her. It wasn't the dummy. It was just her pretending to
Yeah, it
be
was
the
like the
dummy.
wavy. Yeah.
Yeah. Never mind. Yeah. Here
Little
we
something for the
go.
ladies. Uh,
Uh-huh.
they really are Euro trash.
Yep. I don't think
Uh,
them dancing ever comes back in again.
Probably smell like all types of Axe spray.
They look like stuntmen there. All right.
And how come she's reminiscent of the ex-girlfriend in the first movie?
Right? Like there are the sequels that you can't tell the two of them apart, right? Like even though they're
Yeah.
recast. But then there are the ones where it's like
This one is like
they flipped up the characters.
it's like when the original actors left Dukes of Hazzard and they replaced them. This is the film version of that, where you just replace them with just. Uh,
Are we fixing the movie? What was the other one we were doing that with? Teen Wolf 2.
mm,
You make that the bad girl from the first one.
yeah,
The bad girlfriend. Yeah. I don't think the mannequin in this one is that I think they had multiple mannequins. Like I don't feel like
the
this
mannequin
one.
itself is kind of harder faced than
Yeah.
actual Christie's. They didn't
Well,
take
that,
the
but
time to,
yeah.
and it's obviously sometimes a wig.
Uh-huh.
That looks like Nicolette Sheridan.
Well, that's the end of the movie, folks. He just kissed the mannequin.
Yeah.
It's not real. Uh,
Q Starship. And you can see where actual hair ends and the extensions begin.
Yeah. So she thinks he's the dude from the
Because he looks
1500s.
exactly.
Yeah. So this is a similar beat to the first movie, but not as good.
No. The fate was played a little more, I don't know, realistically in the first one. Even though the first one was kind of obnoxious.
I mean, this one, this is a very talky scene for this. Like the first one was sort of in this period where people didn't realize that Brat Pack movies were going to be shitty, right? Like, or like lower budget or weird or stuff like that, right? Like,
Yeah.
87 was when the Brat Pack started falling apart, right? Like, the
Yeah, it was when it was riding off the rails and they were all starting to, I want to do adult movies,
right.
You know.
But this is just, yeah, it's like it would work better as a TV movie.
Yeah, it feels like a TV movie.
What were you going to say before
Huh?
What were you talking about?
Oh, holy. You know where I'm at right now.
Jester shoes. Uh-huh.
You know what's really bad? In Teen Witch, they have 3 guys throughout the movie. And they're rappers.
Ooh.
So it's really weird to. They used to play this back to back a lot with Teen Witch. And Christy Swanson, yeah, her performance is a lot like Suzanne Summers as Chrissy on Three's Company. This sort of.
Yeah, there's a it's I don't know, like a sincere ditzy blonde to some point.
Right. Yeah,
But
she's
then
earnest.
I think she eventually does more in this. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I mean,
Remember in the first one, she doesn't come out till what? And she sort of stays confined in a store.
yeah.
In this, she's on the move.
And subtitle. Those outfits are not actually workout outfits. Those are Rob Liefeld designed. That's Rob Liefeld's fashion.
Rejected Wildcats designs.
Why does she speak English? Oh yeah, because they all spoke English in the kingdom.
Yeah.
Or we didn't know, but they did.
Oh, her tumblies rumbly. Wah, wah, wah. He's dealing with this really well.
Yeah, I know. He's sort of gotten over the idea that she's a 1,000-year-old enchanted wood statue.
This is like You know, remember the Disney Sunday movie?
Right.
This is a wonderful world of Disney, like sort of.
I mean, life size with Tyra Banks.
Right.
Basically a Mannequin.
Yeah, it's just a Mannequin analog.
Right. Wait a second.
Huh?
They changed the music.
Really?
I think they might have. We'll have to see. I thought it had like different music.
That hair is so bad.
Look at it going down her back. She's whipping it around.
But you can tell it's like her real hair really ends like.
Yeah, you can see where it ends. It looks like a weird sort of clip-on tail.
Really bad. It's like looks stapled on. Oh, so he's really desperate and lonely.
Yeah. Green card for a job, so he's an idiot. Is the other thing is he's just like really. Okay. This is much more exciting than.
Oh god. Princess Jessie.
Very witty stuff. No, she's a peasant girl. She's not a princess.
Oh, that's right. Oh wow. Meshach Taylor, everybody.
Sadly I can't remember, but I think this might be his last bit before the end of the movie. Like I don't know how much more they make him do.
No. I remember.
Waka Waka. They're in a shitty little plane.
Doesn't he do a drill sergeant at some point?
Yes. But is that
that's this one, right?
That's this one. But is that before or after the end of the like is that in the last sequence? I can't remember.
It might be towards the end, probably. Uh-oh.
Uh-huh. So
he's not having it.
This Stuart Pank, what's his name? Stuart Pankin or
Stuart Pankin, yeah.
Stuart Pankin is not like he's too sympathetic in some of this. Like he's a dick boss to his subordinates, but he's funny. Like he's got a good reaction to Terry Kiser. So it's just like it doesn't work.
Yeah, it doesn't work him being a jerk to everybody else.
Right. Because he seems to like Hollywood's work, right? Like and is supportive of it. So it's like it just does not sink that he's
being an asshole because he wants everything to go as smoothly as possible. But yeah, it doesn't work at all. Terry Kiser's all in. He's always all in.
Yeah. Yeah. See about 1 in 3 of Meshach Taylor's lines in this hit well.
Yeah,
like really well. Yeah. Oh.
Only because you don't expect the movie to be that clever.
Right. Or that, like, yeah, the
Heat up.
they should like they clear it's just weird. Like
Thing looks looks like it's
here
gonna
we go.
start moving.
So
Wah, wah, wah.
I think that would be a trailer moment. I bet they use that in the trailer.
Yeah. That'll get him in.
Exactly.
Oh my God, she thought she was in the TV.
I wonder if they had like who turned them down for this, right? Like she couldn't have been the first person they
wait.
tried to get. That's Meshach Taylor. Is
Yeah,
the drill sergeant in the
doing-
first one?
We're doing Eddie Murphy now,
The
huh?
drill sergeant's in the first one.
Which one? No, him as the drill sergeant is in this one, isn't it? Hey, she's wearing a Corey Feldman jacket.
I can't remember. Oh, we'll find out. There's a jail scene. Maybe it is this one. There's a lot of costume changes in this one.
This is Meshach Taylor saying, I'm not going to be Hollywood the whole damn movie.
Right. They should have had him play like a different.
They might as well just.
They should have just kept doing it.
Yeah, other characters. They should have had him play Arsenio too.
Okay, so apparently the dance that he's gonna do is from Can't Buy Me Love.
What?
And then she stops him, but I've only seen that once.
Dude,
maybe.
what is with her hair?
Well, it's getting jostled. They were like, it looked like shit in the last shot. We need to fix it in this one.
Looks like a one of those Lonnie Anderson things.
Oh, wow.
Oh, a pre-COVID universe, huh?
Right. Uh-huh.
Well, she plays it well. I mean, she does it with a straight face.
Yeah, you got to wonder how this would play if the wig weren't so god awful. Like, would you be able to take it more seriously if the
it wasn't different in every scene?
we're assuming this would have been a TV movie. Why wouldn't this have been a direct-to-video? That makes more sense.
Because they weren't doing direct-to-videos like that back.
No, but it was early. It would have been early. It would have been. It could have been a trailblazer.
Sequels back then.
91, a PG direct-to-video sequel. That would have been. It would have been trailblazing.
I mean, if it were Universal, I wouldn't doubt it.
Right. Yeah, obviously, but
anybody else, they didn't really capitalize.
Okay.
So Jesse apparently is Rapunzel. It's
Diet Pepsi.
See, that's a funny one.
Yeah. They would have been able. Yeah, I mean, like, you don't know. Like, there's too many things wrong, but there are occasional moments where it isn't. It's like serious enough not to be awful.
Huh. Thought for sure it was going to be a Rick Astley song.
They couldn't afford that. Come on now.
What, 91?
That's apparently the yeah. I can see that being a movie dance.
Mm.
Oh,
Wow.
God. Yep. We need that looped in dialogue to remind us of her name.
Yeah, she's making the best out of that dress, I'll tell you.
He learned that whole dance clearly.
Hey, stop doing your head like that. That wig will.
So much
See the
like,
dude in the back?
yeah. Well, because presumably,
Oh, and everybody just starts doing it.
oh,
Yeah, that's what they
right.
ripped off from Can't Buy Me Love. That everybody suddenly knows the dance.
Um, but the joke should have been that's not the music that's playing, but
Right.
it would have been funnier the other way,
Who
but
plays this in a
whatever.
club?
Right. They should have done something, but oh, romantic ballad time.
Right. Teach me how to dream.
They can only use that once in this one. Oh. Let's see if Shazam. Oh, I can't easily Shazam it. I love what, like in Teen Wolf 2, it has no idea what any of those fucking songs are.
Not even the Oingo Boingo one?
Maybe that I didn't do that one.
Oh, see, she made a little friend.
Yep.
The colored girl in the bathroom. Because she's from back then. Like,
That's the nicest thing, the nicest way Christy Swanson would have described that. So
right?
yes.
The colored girl in
Okay.
the bathroom gave me a clever device. Right after I asked her for her papers.
So
Oh, so he's
yeah, he's at the video dating thing. So yeah, if you didn't grow up in the 80s and 90s, you don't know that video dating subplots were.
yeah, this was Tinder back then.
Well, it was also like the norm. There was a whole Seinfeld episode about this. There were
Yeah,
multiple.
they all
I
like
think
every
Friends
sitcom had
did one. Yeah,
yeah
every sitcom did one.
227. All, all of them did a
Yeah, because it's
video
just
dating.
it's too funny of a gimmick to do.
I
So
think they had a whole sitcom based on it, right? I think it
probably.
was one of the failed UPN sitcoms before they decided to just settle on sell it to black folks.
All right. So yeah, his boss is in there. So we'll this will be a funny bit. The production design on this is William Kreiber, who I think has a middle initial, but I think, or maybe it's Krebs, I don't know, but
It's
he's like
very
a
cartoony
he's
looking.
a he's a real production designer. Like I think he's done some good stuff over the years. So yeah, it looks like a Disney movie.
Yeah.
Because you didn't have like you wouldn't have had a PG HBO original movie at this time or something like that.
No, it would.
At
Those
this,
HBO used to go hard back then.
yeah, and they had weird TV movies through this point. They were usually like docudramas based on a true, like R-rated TV movies was basically what they did with people you'd heard of.
I like the one thing he picked out for her was that dress.
Mm. 43 minutes.
Ugh. I wonder if that's an actual picture.
I don't know. The dad looked vaguely familiar. Like Stuart Raphael, maybe.
It's a studio shot of Roy Scheider.
Oh, this would be so much better if it were a Jaws sequel. Oh, it'd be so much better. Can you imagine? He's
Oh,
Sean
God.
Brody. That's Mrs. Brody. Otherwise, the movie's exactly the same. Been great. Been fucking great.
See, the weird part is her actual hair looks better without that junk on it, that attachment.
Yeah, I don't. Because the mannequin's hair that long? It's a weird
Yeah.
there's no trivia for this movie like the making of. But had there been trivia, I imagine we would have found out that fucking hair, somebody weird demanded it. Okay, so here you
Uh-oh.
go. It's a PG male gaze thing. So we throw in him dancing too, because then it's not just objectifying her.
So we're guessing they had
No, I don't think
PG
no.
loving going
I
on.
don't think they had any PG loving going on.
Really?
I don't think so.
She slept over
Yeah,
in his bed.
I don't think so.
Right, because this is still like Disney-esque.
Mm-hmm. And like the mannequin in the first one's a grown woman. Like this, she's basically a teenager,
Little
right? Like
teenager.
she's that.
Yeah, because Christy Swanson played teenagers till God knows when.
Yes. At the time of this movie, by the way, I believe she was dating Alan Thicke. He
Oh my
started dating
God.
her when she was 16.
That you
He
know
was
what?
54.
She was on an episode of Growing Pains, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah. It was, yeah. Alan Thicke's
Yikes.
kid makes a lot more sense when you know about Alan Thicke.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Morton Salt in the background there. I'm shocked they didn't have to turn it. See, this is a real movie, man. If this were a TV movie, you couldn't have the Morton Salt.
It would have been Orton.
He slept on the couch.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh. Frozen
Foreign,
OJ in the microwave.
right? Foreign with a California accent. Who's the mom? The mom feels like that would have been a sitcom like person from the era, like Donna Pankow.
Huh.
Don't you think that would have been a better?
Isn't she?
I'm
I
looking
want
her
to
up.
say she was in Goodfellas.
Cynthia Harris, Mad About You, which hadn't started yet, so that doesn't count. But theoretically, yes, it would count after that, but no. A lot of TV guest spots, but yeah. Oh my God. She was at the Actors Studio. This is downhill. But yeah, so she was actually going to be a sitcom person on Mad About You.
Mm. She kind of reminds me of Patty Duke a little.
Yeah. So he hasn't figured out that the necklaces might have something to do with this. But we've gone from having no song montages for the first like 35 minutes to having 3
already. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But this is their love theme from the dancing, which happened 7 or 8 minutes ago. So that's how long they thought people could hold their attention. It's a giant penny the Joker tried to kill Batman with.
Oh, they really employed the hell out of this guy for this movie, huh?
Yeah, it's a full subplot. Like, it's the only subplot. I think it's bigger than Stuart Pankin's video dating thing. Like,
wow.
Yeah, it's the guy, so it's got 4 screenwriters, and Ken Levine and David Isaacs did a ghostwrite on the first one, but they didn't want their name on it. With this one, they were like, the hell with it, let's put our name on it and see what happens. They made less money on this one than they ever made on the first one or something. But like, they're good sitcom writers. Like, they can easily do this shit. And so it's like Stuart Raffel would have fucked it up. Like, it would have been fucked up because the plot's stupid, but like some of the bits I imagine are from them and they're pretty good. That would have been a lot funnier if it had been better directed, right? Like,
no, but Terry Kiser sells it though. Just by his like non-reaction to it. Like,
oh, because he wasn't there when they shot that bit. I'm like,
right. That was before they said action.
They said Meshach Taylor ad-libbing.
Okay, when we shoot the scene, Meshach's going to be standing here.
Oh, the buff dudes are all in they're still in their Rob Liefeld outfits, some of them. God. Those brigade costumes. Mm-hmm. So this was 91. Lethal Weapon 2, which basically established diplomatic immunity in international law in movies for the next 10 years, was 2 years before this. I feel like the weird European thing. See, Junior Miss, though, weird. So we gave her a teenager's dress. That's a little weird. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Well, we know for sure it wasn't going to be Amy Dolan's. She was in Miracle Beach. Another one of these that they played on HBO all the damn time.
I don't think this one ever played on HBO.
No, it did, because when they were done like playing Mannequin all the damn time,
they tried to program this as the
oh yeah, this was like their daytime air filler. You know, you play this, then you play, Karate Kid Part 3 after it or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's kind of a hard face.
It's kind of a cheap looking mannequin too.
Right, the arms ain't right.
Yeah. It looks like they just picked like any
mannequin body.
right, just any blonde mannequin. So it's his second day at work, right? Like,
Yeah, he hasn't even been there
yeah.
long. Dum-dum, she wasn't wearing the necklace. Figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
See, of all people, how does Hollywood not believe?
He's already talked about the previous events. He said weirder things have happened before in the car about this. We're gonna get a "this has happened before" moment, but I don't know when.
But it's so weird that he's just not, you know.
It's a 90s sequel, man. Like, don't remember the previous movie. That's part of the charm.
It's like Short Circuit 2 if Johnny Five showed up and Fisher Stevens was like,
shit, we forgot about
robot.
this. Hold on. That's right.
Oh, here we go.
There's yeah. It doesn't really make any sense that I guess maybe there's an angle where Christy Swanson can see herself, but and Hollywood mannequin.
Wow.
Yep, hell yeah.
The mannequin looks like Don Cheadle.
These poor guys were sure this was going to be a gateway to something great.
You know what's messed up? And all three of them were always together. We are going to be the funniest dudes.
We could be in Disorderlies too.
You know the Barbarian Brothers? There's just two of them.
Right. There are three of us.
Wah, wah, wah.
Uh-huh.
Whose niece is she? Because she's doing kind of a...
Okay, so the necklace.
And how does the curse work for everybody?
Well, presumably that means that they could have taken the necklace off of Christy Swanson back in 1540 or whatever and put it on a chicken and everything would have been fine.
Well, look at Hollywood. He should be in heaven right now, but
They can't really do the bit. It'd just be too inappropriate.
yeah. Oh wow!
Right, yep. So the
See
mom,
that shit?
the mom double plays,
She's
I
played
believe. Yep,
3 characters now.
yep. It's they were seriously like, it's like the Three Stooges. Look at us. We're doing it like wow, there you go.
See, we're just the funniest. I can picture them just annoying people on set. Here's the bit that got us hired.
Right? Hopefully the dancing comes back.
Oh, that's right. Those could be Chippendales, failed Chippendales guy.
That would have been a sitcom. They could have done that.
Wah, wah, wah.
So if you have an employee charge account at a Princeton company, you apparently can spend however much you want.
Well, it's like working at Nordstrom's or something. Oh, that's right. It's the department store still has the same name, right?
Yeah, it's the same store.
Okay.
I don't know if they were like, we need to make a Mannequin movie that's a department store movie, but we need to not set it at the department store. Like, that's what people.
That's why you make it on the move.
Right?
Okay.
Yep. This has happened before. So yeah, I think this is the like whatever giant open space stuff in the department store, and they just don't shoot it the same way. Like, what would happen if you put the necklace on a mannequin? Nothing.
Right. Does it come to life?
Okay.
That would
Chase
make
sequence.
a good sequel.
This, of course, the first movie had multiple chase sequences through the department store, but apparently they were not allowed to destroy any of them in this.
Yeah. So they probably shot during business hours.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Yep. This is your try-on sequence. So that would be her real hair, presumably.
Yeah. And this being 91, it's the Pretty Woman sequence.
Yeah. You,
Even though she's wearing the same dress and trying just
different hats
tons
on.
of hats.
Yeah, a lot of hats.
There we go.
But I don't know if this does she actually wear any of those clothes during the chase scene, or
Why is it just dresses and gowns like that?
I
Even though
forgot.
he just had her in that hoe dress.
I forgot about the because that was that was from the teen section. This was actually from the
Yeah.
grown-up section.
Yeah, that's the Regal.
Yes, that's not the William Ragsdale's character is a low-key pervert.
Yeah, he's a creep.
Yeah, he's a creeper, right? Like, oh, that's what it. Yeah, so the necklace can only be released by her true love, which means that theoretically, Flashback Prince should have been able to do it, but it wasn't him. It was his descendant.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here we get more destruction in the chase scene. Uh-huh. I don't think anybody in the first one was like ever trying to kill anybody. Was the other thing is it's like
Not really.
they made it more dangerous, but didn't.
No, because they were just trying to catch the mannequin.
Yeah.
They're trying to separate it from Andrew McCarthy.
Yeah, you didn't have any murderous Eastern
They weren't trying to
Europeans.
kill anybody.
And now we get this sort of. Isn't this music from? This is like leftover music from Weekend at Bernie's. This is It's Beach Time Antics music.
Yeah.
He should have had to dance his way out of that situation.
But all those people aren't extras.
Okay, this is. Waka Waka, New Jersey. I can't. Is there going to be a? Yeah, this is like Mannequin was kind of like a PG 13, right? Like it was a little bit,
Yeah.
and this is very much like for
This
the
is
10 year
really
olds.
straight up for kids. Yeah.
Yeah.
The original had more, slightly more mature content to it than.
Then the stunt people who just jumped on that.
Right. Oh no.
I
Security should
imagine
stand in there.
this is what like Netflix comedies are like now, right? Like
Pretty much. Yeah.
who's got this now? Oh no, Gladden's.
Oh.
I was gonna say if Disney had this, they could go wild with it, but they don't.
Whoa. And Jesse doesn't almost get just sliced the hell up.
Hell no. This was the most exciting day of filming by far. Like just the shot of Christy Swanson in the fucking go-kart, they were just like, we have got a hit on our hands.
If this doesn't break the box office first weekend.
Did we see why he's in that Knight of Armor suit? And I just forgot.
He just is in it because, he's badass.
$95 is too long for this kind of movie.
So she knew to go to his house.
Yeah, she's got a great sense of direction.
She's a good tracker. Whoa.
That is a much different wig.
Yeah, Anna Nicole hair.
You know, she played Anna Nicole on Criminal Intent.
What?
Law and Order Criminal Intent, when they finally did the Anna Nicole Smith thing, she played Anna Nicole Smith. Or I mean, whatever they
Wow.
called it. But yeah.
Yeah.
As I recall, she was pretty good. Like
Huh.
it was an appropriate casting
It's a shame.
for the 7 minutes she was in it before she died or whatever. Temple Football 1988. This wasn't on the shelf for years, was it?
I don't think so. If it was, it was. I want to say it was filmed sometime in '89 or '90.
Right.
So the most it sat on the shelf might have been a year,
Okay.
if it did at all.
All right.
He's such a Flintstones villain.
Right. I feel like they would have needed a search warrant. I feel like they would have needed a lot of things. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh,
Did she just pack the popcorn to go?
yes. She put the shit in the bag. She likes to eat. So we need the sequel where she's like really, let herself go.
I feel like that's the most detail that necklace has ever had.
And she like swat him away and
Why
fight
didn't she
back.
yell? There's all sorts of
Right.
problems.
Once again, this is such a Disney fight, you know.
Right.
See, like
Yeah.
Stuart Pankin being a jerk doesn't work at this
No.
point now. Ah,
I don't think that's the same.
that's a bad mannequin.
Yeah.
Change the dummy. Uh-huh. He's finally getting it.
Yeah.
Why didn't Hollywood do it?
Right.
Oh, look at third guy.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if the Three Stooges are ever likable again or like funny again.
No, no.
Because there's, yeah. That's her type of man. Interesting. All right.
Oh, I'm hurt and distraught.
See, that's Chris. That's not a picture of the mannequin. That was a picture of Christy Swanson. Who even directed the first one?
The mannequin looks like Nicolette Sheridan. See all these memories I have of last night and earlier today.
What? Okay, I'm on news. I need to be on this. Michael Gottlieb directed the first one.
Okay, here we go.
Yep, here you go.
Meshach Taylor showing his skills here. Oh. But bump.
I think I got a Baltimore accent.
Oh, remember to stay in character, Hollywood.
That was Robert Downey Jr. passed out behind him. They were just like, is it okay if Robert Downey Jr. we leave Robert Downey Jr. in the jail cell? And they were like, sure. And they're like, all right. Thanks.
We just brought him in 2 hours ago.
Yeah, we don't want to have to move him. We don't want to wake him up.
Oh, see, he's not a hard drill sergeant.
But then we get back to the antics music. We get back to the antics music.
This sounds like Mario Party music. Have fun this summer.
All right.
Oh, thank God we're
yes, we're at the
we're creeping in on the final sequence here.
The grand finale here. I don't know how long the end credits are on this, but I hope they're at least 4 minutes.
Long enough to play the Starship song, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, but I don't know.
And that's what 4 minutes.
This poor guy thought he was going to be William Atherton.
Now, the girl doesn't have any lines, did she?
I think she might have talked at one point earlier. But I don't know. Seems like they should have had a subplot.
Oh, so his mom's all in on the scheme.
Yeah. And Andy, the security guard's
Okay.
there, but doesn't know what's going on.
Why didn't his mom get him out of jail?
Because she would have had to bail him, and she can't bail him out.
No? Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Besides, Hollywood as a drill sergeant is funnier.
Yes.
Ah, he's
Gonna...
dressed like a Vulcan priestess.
Do we have a whole dance recital to sit through?
Mm. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
They do the oh
Yeah.
my god. Yeah. Well,
That's one weird zoom in.
right? That cheap ass.
Yep. Oh, that's right. Now I'm remembering. Oh God. Okay.
He's gonna tell the story of the.
Yes.
Oh.
And this is the dance that they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow they knew to get the costumes that are like the cooler version of what the actual security guards are wearing.
Uh-oh. And now CNC Music Factory.
90, right? So
Whoa.
the Fly
Look at
Girls.
that.
Yep.
The new Mickey Mouse Club. Disney presents Videopolis. Wow. Uh, 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 uh. Was this around the time RuPaul was hitting?
No, earlier.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, why? Why is it doing that? It's like they knew it was terrible and were trying to like ice pirates, huh?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Ice Pirates was more entertaining than this. For sure.
91 and spaceship sequences are a little weird.
Oh, wait. He's kind of dressed like him. Like Robert Urich.
He clearly
Ice
did a
Pirates.
bunch. Oh, wait, he did that whole stunt himself. Wow. Or at least quite a bit of it.
Wow.
Yep.
It literally is a Three Stooges short at this point.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Mm. Yeah. No, don't. Oh, wow. Really?
Yep. How was this supposed to? Was he just supposed to go down and kiss her awake or something if he hadn't interrupted it? Because this is like a better show.
Yeah, he was just supposed to go and snatch the
Okay.
necklace and kiss her. And dude, if you don't run up on him and punch him in the face,
1,000 years, so it would have been 11. Nope, 990, right? Whatever. I
whoa.
feel like the timing on that was a little bit off. Okay. Got to have a lot of. That was not Terry Kiser.
No.
I think that's the same shot they were using before, too.
Thank God.
Very Disney movie ending.
Yeah. Stuart Pankin took a bloody nose from that jackass.
And are we going to get rid of this necklace?
Wow. Which trickery did they explain that with? Oh, that wasn't cool.
Where's the. They promised to have a bunch of security guards there.
You're right. Really? That's like a pea shooter. It's a in a room full of people. What the hell?
Immediate chase montage or chase sequence. Oh, there were no security guards in the place. Weird.
And now there's just two of them.
Yep. That's right. The third one. The third one's gone.
Eh?
Yep.
What is she on?
Movie's over.
Oh,
there's the
okay.
third one.
This I remember, right? And somehow they. Well, I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, don't spoil this.
Oh, there is that the third one?
Yeah.
How much blood has he lost out of that arm? Jeez.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay, I was gonna say we should be doing counting bullets, but they just ran out. I assume that's shot on a genuine Philadelphia roof. Like,
Yeah. Look at that background.
yeah.
It's not even. They're not in front of a screen. And it's not Canada. Ah.
This vaguely
What was that
reminds.
speed up?
Yeah, we'll see that a lot in the first one, but
Whoa.
yeah, they put him up in a crane and
Oh, now she fights back.
right. Would have been helpful if she'd done it when there was a room full of or a house full of cops. That is not William Ragsdale. That's William Ragsdale.
Oof.
Boom.
Okay, yeah. Now I remember this. Ah. Whoops.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
They spent a lot of time on that one.
Yeah, they did. Uh-huh.
Oh.
The people who aren't even reacting behind him, it's just kind of like, huh? Are they filming a movie here or something?
Whoops.
All right.
No Mannequin 3 for him, I guess.
No.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Something sounds familiar. Because you loved it in the first one.
Didn't it win an Oscar?
I
Wasn't
think a
it
Grammy, maybe.
nominated or something? Yeah.
They even recovered the necklace. uh, uh.
Because she has an appreciation of jewelry that didn't exist 1,000 years before. So, okay. So,
100.3 the point.
okay. I think everybody in the car has paired off.
Yeah.
You've got Andy.
Except for Hollywood.
Right, except for Hollywood. But you had Andy and the girl in the front seat. You had Pankin and the mom in the back. You've got the two assistants holding hands.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it seems like if they made this as a Hallmark movie, it would be better.
Yeah.
Okay, so there are 4 minutes of end credits. Yes. Okay, and there you go. Some
Because they paid for this damn song. They better. Tanya Wolf Ragier.
I do not think she had anything to do in the first one. There you go. Julie Foreman and Andrew Hill Newman waiting for their Mannequin 3 spinoff. I would bet Jackie Roberts and Eric Weiss are the assistants.
William Ragsdale. Meshach Taylor. Or Pankin.
Yep, Mr. James assistants. Okay, so let's see. Anybody else's name popping out there? Nope.
Lipstick Girl.
Nope. Southside Girls.
That's right. She had a little sister in the beginning.
Yeah, that kid died 1,000.
She died.
That kid died 970 years ago.
There's no, I miss my little sister.
No, there's none of that nonsense. None of that.
Oh, so they really are going to play the whole thing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I think you're going to play the whole thing? Come on. It's just like the first movie, man. Just like the first movie.
I think this got a new life on what do you call it? ABC Family.
You're right. Julie Foreman. There's a Mr. Foreman who has an assistant. I wonder if it's his kid. Where's my phone?
I wouldn't doubt it.
She's fine. Like, Could be a lot worse.
Biggest hit of 1987. Here's Starship. Soft rock hits.
Jesse's Necklace by George Weiss. Wise. He did a bad job. Okay, so.
Oh, they're going to have to elongate the credits if they're going to play this whole song.
Another minute. What the hell are they going to do? Oh, they've still got the original soundtrack to go over.
Oh, there's a space.
Are you kidding me? Wow. Okay.
Hey. Space.
Julie Foreman, daughter of producer John Foreman. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. So we got a bunch of original music from people you've never heard of. The Seahawk would be.
Wait. Shoes. Shoes had a song.
Yes, they do. Illinois' own.
It's going to stop us now.
Yeah.
Starship.
Narda Michael Walden did a lot of hits. Hits. Yep. 1991, Gladden Entertainment. Is it going to say released through 20th Century Fox? No.
Extended the credit crawl just to fit it all on there.
They mustn't have known they were going to have the song until late.
Yeah.
Okay, so a little bit better than Teen Wolf 2, but
slightly.
Very bad movie. We'll talk about some of what went wrong with trying to sequelize Mannequin next week, but for now, I think you can safely skip that. Though, if you wanted to watch it, it's now streaming on. At least it's been streaming on Tubi, so that means it's probably on Pluto too. So anytime you want to watch some Mannequin 2.
Yeah, I got to give him credit for it being one of those obscure sequels that's very readily available.
Yes.
You don't have to look far for Mannequin 2.
I would imagine Mannequin 2 is easier to find than Weekend at Bernie's 2.
Probably.
Yes. So in our Gladden Entertainment connected universe there. Speaking of which, I'm very curious now if this was the last Gladden movie. Let's take a look.
Well, this came before or after Bernie's 2? Before, right?
Before, but I don't remember Bernie's.
Or was Bernie's 2 just completely Fox?
Completely Fox, or it's somebody else. Gladden Entertainment did Mannequin, Weekend at Bernie's, Mannequin 2, and Short Time with Dabney Coleman. That is it.
Short Time. Wow.
Time. So, yes.
That's one I used to love.
Yep.
Right there.
So.
Fucking Dabney Coleman, dude.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dabney Coleman. He would have made a great Count Spretzel. Clearly, they couldn't convince him to do it. But yes, so the story of Gladden Entertainment.
He would have been good, but it would have been so beneath him. Yeah. He would have been excellent, though.
The story of Gladden Entertainment is what Ken Levine talks about on his blog. So it's one of the guys is dead, the other one's in federal prison. So that's how that went. Yeah. It was all some sort of a money laundering scheme, which would make sense because you didn't have NFTs yet. So you had to to hide your money.
Sounds like Canon films almost.
Right? Like, that is funny that it's only the 4 things. I guess it's just, that was the shit I watched. So, okay. Yeah. So I think, are you good? Do you have any final thoughts on Mannequin 2?
Well, I've already said poor Meshach Taylor, but poor William Ragsdale, who just kind of, his career had heat around that time, and then he sort of just, after Herman's Head, you didn't.
Well, he got upstaged on Herman's Head. That was Hank Azaria's first live action role.
Right.
Yeah.
And
so it's
it was very much remember how Ned and Stacy was basically a vehicle for Thomas Hayden Church,
and it turned into
it
what's her
turns
face
out,
is. Yeah. No, it sometimes doesn't work out. And poor William Ragsdale. I think he's stayed working. Like, it's not like
but he was never, the guy anymore.
No, let's see. Herman's Head he stayed working. But Herman's Head was 91 to 94. Herman's Head was on for 3 seasons. Holy shit. But yeah, he basically just did TV, tried doing movies again in the late 80s. But yeah, his first movie was Fright Night. His second movie was Smooth Talk, where he played a supporting role. And then his third movie was Fright Night 2. So basically and then his next movie was this. So basically he burned himself out on bad choices. Oh, he did do Frankenstein, the College Years. I remember that. That was the one with Christopher Daniel Barnes as his sidekick. I think, and it's directed by Tom Shadyac. And Larry Miller's in it. Who plays Frankenstein's monster? Nobody. But yeah, so oh, please. This should have been, what the hell network did this air on? Fox. Fox was doing TV movies in 91. Totally should have done Mannequin 2 as a Fox TV movie. But
it feels like one of those.
It
really does.
Yeah, it really has a
made for, world premiere.
Yeah. But at the same time, that was just what a lot of movies were like back then. I don't know. I don't know if I can buy into the IMDb conspiracy theory that it's an upconverted TV movie. Not in that era. Not if it's from the company that made Straight Time. Straight Time was a real movie. That weird period before direct-to-video was a real thing. Because one was Theodore Rex was 94 or something, right? 94, 95. But leading up to that, you had a certain type of legitimacy to, not a legitimacy. They were spending more money on direct-to-video stuff because you had shit like Blockbuster and Hollywood Video that you could sell this shit to.
Movies that were intended to be theatricals, and they just sort of.
But then you could also sell them to cable,
right?
It was a thing you could. It was a changing time, because the 80s, of course, were what makes something Mannequin 2 is kind of like a PG Up All Night movie. It's kind of like Teen Wolf 2 in that way.
Yeah, it's very tame, a quickie.
Yeah,
you could tell it was totally made super fast. It has a no budget.
So doesn't even have the budget of the first one, which we'll be talking about next time. Yes. So Mannequin 2. Skip it.
Yeah. Thumbs down. I just don't. Yeah.
No.
It's not even. And there's earnest performances in it. It's just not. It's not something.
There's just nothing. There's not enough. There's way too little
interest.
No. Yeah. It's
in the fact that they got Meshach Taylor back.
Yeah.
Sort of well, we're gonna have him save the movie when it gets dull, and it's just yeah.
Yeah, there's only so much saving he can do, because he's
especially in that. Just yeah.
So, all right. Well, we'll be back next time with the original 1987 Mannequin. Yeah. So nothing's gonna stop us until we get through that.
And she'll be waiting in the window till we get there.
Yes, we can talk about the differences in the difference between being a teenage peasant girl from 990 English-speaking Europe, which really doesn't work, and then being
as opposed to a very
sexually liberated 5,000-year-old Egyptian high priestess. That'll be next time, folks.
Either. Good evening.